Well, just like that, it is June 17th, and I am finally going to get my little plants planted. Let me tell you, it has been crazy weather. Earlier this week, we were under a flood watch. Last weekend was super crazy. With a ton more rain and whatnot. The river came way up. We took a trip to town. The short little snippet that I took to show how full the river was running, and that wasn't even at its fullest. So anyways, crazy winter. We're now almost to the first official day of summer, and I don't have my garden planted yet. So I hope to remedy that today. Here we go. I'm super excited because I've already got tomatoes. I got little baby tomatoes on my little tomato plants that I bought on one of them. So I got to get those things in the ground, but I got to do some groundwork and stuff first. And guess what? More rain coming tonight and tomorrow and the next day possibly. So here is the plan. I have a few more weeds to deal with yet again. And then I'm going to shape my beds and put these bags of the organic blend compost that I bought. And just kind of scratch it into the surface, and then I am going to start planting. It's the plan, and without further ado, let's plant a garden. Woo! That is a nice little refresh on those beds. Super happy about that. I am going to be putting my tomatoes and peppers and probably get some marigolds and put in there. Okay, so I have a Sweet 100 cherry tomato that already has some tomatoes growing on it, and it wants to keep flopping over in this wind. And then I bought a little 4-pack of heirloom rainbow blend. My plan is to get these in the ground and interplant with the jalapenos. So here we go. One thing too, here's a tip. I hurt my knee last night, took a tumble trying to unload some heavy stuff out of the truck, and so I'm a little gimpy today. Whoa, let's not fall over. So anyways, when planting tomatoes, I'm gonna plant them like super deep, and probably remove this bottom one here and plant them up to there, and then all along the stem here, all those little hairs that you see on there will have a chance to turn into roots, and that makes for a really strong root system. My jalapenos planted, and just like any other plant that you plant, see how the roots they were ready to come out. So I'm gonna like tease them out gently, just to kind of fan them out a little bit before I stick them in the ground. And now my little jalapenos are planted. Well, I got a lot done today. It's looking good. I'm pretty happy with the progress that I made today. On top of getting the beds prepped, planting the tomatoes and jalapeno peppers, and doing a bunch of weeding and watering and stuff in there to get the ground ready. I've been pulling weeds in these beds here. Planted sage and a very sad looking lavender there, but hopefully it'll pull through now that it can get in the ground. Pulled some weeds, did some adjusting. Same thing on this side over here. Planted a companion lavender and another sage over there. But the bulbs that I planted, that I did manage to get planted a few months ago, are coming up and looking good, getting ready to flower. I'm seeing some buds starting to form for my lilies, so I'm pretty excited about that. Still have to deal with these trees and that mess out there. But I'm hot. I've been working my butt off, and I've been on this knee that I kind of whacked all day. So I'm going to go call it a day for this project and get back at it tomorrow. Gotta get the rest planted. All right, see you tomorrow. Well, here we are. It is June 18th now. Back the next day, just like I said. It is cloudy, but so far no rain, and it doesn't look like it's going to be a big deal if we do get any. So I'm back outside trying to finish up some planning and get my thoughts wrapped around this garden thing once and for all. This is just so unusual for me. Next thing I got to do here is go and figure out what I'm planting where. So here we go. Okay, I think I've got a handle on it, and so now I'm going to go in and hopefully get some help from the hubby. Okay, so what we came up with is, instead of T-posts, we're just hanging them from up here.
Instead of buying more money, wasting more money.
Wasting more money. We're just using what we got.
Not wasting more money. We haven't wasted any money. But not wasting money.
Hey, wherever I put the roll of wire.
Give me the shovel hammer, please.
Shovel hammer?
It's over there.
Don't break it, because I'm going to use it.
If I do, I can get you a new one with the money I saved on T-posts.
Funny guy. Okay, anyways, back to the wire. We're just using this wire right here and twisting it up to hold the cattle panels up, and it's given us, I don't know, 1.5 feet or so off the ground. And I'm just going to pound in some bamboo, well, fake bamboo stake things. And when the squash is little, I'll just tie it up that until it reaches to the cattle panel, and then it will continue on up there. And then I am not sure. I guess I'm going to have to try to train it to something else. I don't know.
About where you wanted that one
maybe
too?
I can just train it along the fence. So
is that where you wanted that one? You can straighten it.
Yeah, just towards the back in there. So we're just doing the same thing. We're just using these to kind of hold it back a little bit further so that the plants are more towards the back of the beds. And then
there?
Yeah, or a little bit further back.
There?
Yeah. That one's gonna have green beans in it, so.
Shovel thief.
Yep, pretty sure there's a shovel thief.
My splitting balls are gone too. Sledgehammers, hammers, ball peen hammers, claw hammers.
All the hammers. So.
Pretty little hammers, ugly little hammers, ugly big hammers. Fat hammers, skinny hammers.
Yep, so.
You know, like the Forrest Gump shrimp cook-off.
Yep.
But now we got a shovel hammer.
So, that should do for that. Again, gardening is always about figuring it out, whatever works, right? So, we're gonna...
Gardening was about the weeds outside the fence.
Yeah, that's the ugly spot. That's
where you better
video.
Hire somebody.
Right. I have a plan, and I have a shovel, and I have plants, so here we go on my scratch paper here. I'm usually so much more organized, but you know what? It is what it is, so I'm rolling with it. All right, so happy with the amount of work that I've been able to accomplish this weekend. Super happy. Before I wrap it up for the night, I am going to plant the plants that I have, and then I have seed soaking for the green beans and whatnot that I will plant tomorrow, and a few other seeds such as cucumber and sunflower, and throwing out all of my random flower seeds. So it's almost dinner time, so I'm gonna try to wrap it up quickly. Getting hungry. Okay, so here's the plan. I don't normally plant in those spots, but that's okay. But I did kind of do an experiment last year with growing my squash vertical, which is, I got a splinter or something, how they do it in a lot of other parts of the country. So you just start tying it up from the base and keeping it clean, and give it the support that it needs, and it will take up a lot less space instead of just sprawling all over in the garden. So since I'm on a roll with all of that, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna try that again with the scalloped, the little patty pan squash that I have left that are kind of leaving me with a space issue. That way I can still do all my green beans, and I can still plant all the cucumbers and things that I want in these beds here. This is what I got done so far. Got all of the little plants that I had in the wait list there that I had purchased. This is what I came up with. Decided to go ahead and interplant in there. Got my dill planted in there. That is a good companion for squash, from what I have researched, and that's for those now. I'm hungry, I'm tired, gonna go out to dinner, get something to eat. See you in the morning. Once again, we're out here in the garden. It is Father's Day. Clouds are coming and going. It's a beautiful day. But from what I understand, the warm summer days are actually on the way this next week. So I'm super happy to get this project wrapped up. So right now, I have been soaking some of my green beans. They're actually purple when on the vine, and they're super pretty. And I really love them. They grow really big, so they're gonna grow up and over from both sides, creating a canopy. So when those hot days are later on in the summer, we'll be able to get a little bit of relief. And I think that the garden is gonna do really well because of the way I've got it planned out this year. So fingers crossed. So what I'm gonna do right now is, normally I will tie string and do all of that, but I have like this huge box of these bamboo things that I was given, and so I think I'm just going to use these instead. Okay, so took a little break, made the hubby some Father's Day breakfast, and now I am back out to finish up. I just have a few little things here that I want to plant, but I wanted to show you this cool little thing that is a seed guide, if you will, and it's really cool. I actually saw this on another YouTube channel. I was like, oh, and then it popped up on my phone and I was like, yep, I'm buying one of those. That look cool. So basically what you do is you use whatever you're planting. These are designated in certain inches or whatever apart. And so you put this in the ground, you make your little holes, and then underneath here, there's a little cone thing, and you can just drop those in and drop your seeds in, and they're perfectly spaced, and the depth is correct. And this is also a little measuring tool, but you can use it to plant the seeds as well. Kind of scoop them out, or whatever. So it's kind of a cool little thing. First time I'm using it. I got it a couple of months ago, but I'm really excited to do it. So I'm going to be planting beets and let me see what else. Beets and turnips and spinach and kale, and I think that might be all that's on my list so far right now in this big pile of seeds that I'm going to try to get in the ground. All right. Time to get back at it. Almost there. Can't wait. Then I'm going to start doing weekly updates so that you can follow along with how well everything's doing or how well it's not doing. So, but it'll be quite the garden journey. I'm really excited. So I'm going to get back to work. You guys, I did it. I finally did it. Man, my back is killing me, but the garden is planted. Hallelujah. Can you hear the angels singing? I hear angels. I do. I'm so stoked. I'm so happy. I'm so tired. I so need a shower. But hey, the garden's planted, and I will give you a tour of it. We just had a nice little rainstorm go through here, so everything's wet again. And in true fashion, I literally just finished picking up the last of the things, the seed packets and different things like that, to clean up so that we could mow the grass. But instead of mowing, we got a rainstorm. So anyways, I'm gonna go get cleaned up. I'm gonna go fix some dinner. It is Father's Day. I have no clue what I'm gonna make for dinner now because it got a little wonky, but that's okay. The garden is planted. I'm super happy, and I'd be even happier If you would like this video, share this video, and tell all your friends and family about Springwater Homestead and the Chris and Tammy Collins channel here on YouTube.